I remember the screech of tires like it was God's own verdict, metal twisting, glass shattering, and then nothing but the cold seep of blood from my temple onto the airbag. My wife, Lila, had screamed it at me one last time before I peeled out of the driveway. "You're drunk again, Eden. You'll kill someone." But I wasn't. Not a drop. That lie was her noose, tightening around my neck as the truck smashed into my sedan on that rain-slicked interstate. They said toxicology showed alcohol in my system, 0.08, just over the limit. My blood, my car, my fault. The headline screamed it: "Local dad's boozy crash kills innocent driver. Prison for manslaughter." A noose in my cell, after 2 years of rotting. Whispers of suicide to spare my daughter the shame. But death wasn't the end. It was the reset button I never asked for. I woke up gasping in our king-sized bed, sheets tangled around legs that felt too young, too alive. The alarm clock blinked 6:47 a.m., July 15th, 2022. 3 years before the crash. My hands smooth, unscarred from the wreck, shot to my face. No stubble gray beard from county lockup. No phantom ache in my ribs from the guard's lessons. Lila snored softly beside me. Her perfume, Chanel No. 5. The one I bought her for our anniversary, assaulting my nostrils like a taunt. Our daughter, Mia, was 5, not 8. Her giggles echoing from down the hall where she'd be coloring unicorns before preschool. This wasn't a dream. I'd read enough Reddit threads on near-death bullshit to know better.
Trùng sinh, ve biết.
They called it in those Korean dramas I'd binge-watched during late-night feeds with Mia. But this was real. American as apple pie and fucked-up family courts. I'd been given a do-over. And the first thought that clawed through my skull? Lila. Not the sweet sorority girl I'd married at 25. Fresh out of UT Austin with a poli-sci degree and dreams of changing the world. No. The viper who dosed my whiskey that night, slipped the pills into my flask to make sure I blew over the limit.
Why?
To bury her secret. The one that would have torched her perfect PDA mom facade and landed her ass in federal prison. I lay there, heart hammering like a jackrabbit on meth, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin. The memory flooded back. That rainy Tuesday. Her girls' night with the book club bitches from Highland Park. She'd come home flushed, lips smeared with someone else's gloss. I'd confronted her, gently, like the spineless provider I was, about the texts I'd glimpsed on her phone. "Who's Jake?" I'd asked, voice cracking. Jake Harlan, her old flame from law school, now a hotshot DA in Dallas County. The one who'd ghosted her senior year after she got knocked up and aborted without telling him. Her eyes had gone feral. "You're paranoid, Eden. And drunk, smell you?" She'd poured me a nightcap, her manicured nails brushing mine like a lover's touch. The crash followed. The blood test. Her tear-streaked testimony at my trial. He was a good man, Your Honor. But the bottle owned him. Mia, clutching her teddy, whispering, "Daddy's sorry." And Jake? He'd prosecuted my case himself. His closing argument a masterpiece of righteous fury. This defendant chose alcohol over his family. Justice demands he pay. They'd all paid nothing. Lila got the house, the alimony, the sympathy casseroles. Jake climbed to assistant AG. Mia grew up thinking her dad was a monster who offed himself in shame. But now, I was back. And payback's a bitch with a law degree and a grudge. I slipped out of bed, bare feet silent on the hardwood. The house was our McMansion in Plano, 4 beds, 3 baths. The kind of place that screamed keeping up with the Joneses but hid rot underneath. I padded to Mia's room.
Peeked in.
She was a cherub, thumb in mouth, crayons scattered like fallen soldiers. My chest tightened. This time, I'd protect her. From the lies. From the woman who'd sell her soul to keep her skeletons buried. Downstairs. Coffee brewed, dark roast, black. The way that kept me sharp through 12-hour shifts at the firm. I was a mid-level accountant then, crunching numbers for tech startups. Buried in spreadsheets while Lila pursued her passion for nonprofit consulting that mostly meant brunches and Botox. I fired up my laptop in the breakfast nook, the screen's glow cutting through the dawn haze. First things first, corroborate the impossible. A quick Google, July 15th, 2022. Stock prices ticked as they should. Biden's latest gaffe on the news feed. My email inbox, unopened memos from the boss about Q2 audits. It was real. All of it. The rage simmered low. A banked fire. I wouldn't rush. Revenge wasn't a sprint, it was a dissection. Slice by careful slice. Lila's secret? It went deeper than Jake's stick in her yoga pants. I'd pieced it together in prison. From smuggled legal docs and a hacker buddy who'd owed me from a bar fight in '09. Lila hadn't just cheated. She'd covered up a hit and run from her college days, a drunk driving wipeout that killed her roommate, Emily Voss. Daddy's money and a crooked Austin cop buried it. But Emily's family never stopped digging. They'd hired a PI last year, sniffing around Lila's past. That's why the frame job. To discredit me, her alcoholic husband, if the truth leaked. And Jake? He knew.
Hell.
He'd helped hush it, trading favors for her favors. I heard her stir upstairs. The creak of floorboards. Time to play the part. Morning. Handsome, she murmured later, sliding into the kitchen in silk pajamas, planting a kiss on my cheek that tasted like deceit. Her hair was tousled just so, green eyes sparkling with that practiced innocence. Coffee smells divine. Mia up yet? On it, I said, forcing a grin, handing her a mug. Our fingers brushed, electric, but not the good kind. Big day at the office? She sipped, oblivious. Client lunch. Some donor for the shelter gala. You know how it is.
Lies.
All of it. The shelter was code for her afternoons at Jake's lake house. Fucking away the guilt. I nodded, watching her scroll her phone. There, a text bubble from Jay. Missed you last night. Dinner? She thumbed it away quick. But not quick enough. Phase 1. Gather intel. I'd start small.
Tonight.
While she networked, I'd crack her iCloud. Old passwords from our honeymoon emails would do. Love you, I lied back, kissing her forehead. She beamed, the queen of her castle. By noon, I was in a boardroom downtown, Dallas skyline mocking me through floor-to-ceiling glass. Numbers blurred, revenue projections, tax shelters, but my mind was a vault, replaying the crash. The semi's grill filling my windshield. The driver's last gasp, what a fuck. Man, before his truck flipped, killing him instant. Collateral in her war. My coworker, Trent, clapped my shoulder.
Eden.
You good? Look like you saw a ghost. Long weekend, I muttered. Ghosts?
Try an army.
Lunch was a solo burger at Shake Shack, grease dripping like accusations. I texted Mia's preschool for pickup, early day. Family emergency. Bullshit. But it got me home by 3. Lila's Audi was gone. Taillights fading toward the highway. Jackpot. Her office, rosewood desk. Inspirational plaques, empower her future, yielded nothing at first. Drawers locked. But I knew her. 0715. Mia's birthday backward. Bingo. Files on donors.
Gala invites.
Buried under a manila envelope. Yellowed. Emily Voss, obit clipping from '04. Austin Statesman. Tragic accident claims UT sophomore. Notes in Lila's script. Cop spot it. Keep low.
Then.
Emails printed from a burner. PI's invoice. $5,000 for discreet inquiries. Threat veiled. We know about the night.
Pay or we talk.
My blood ran mercury. She'd been bleeding cash from our joint account, $20K last year alone, disguised as charity, to silence them. And when the PI got too close, linking her to Jake's office, she'd pivoted to me. The perfect patsy, the boring hubby, easy to poison and paint as a lush. I photographed it all, hands steady as a surgeon's. Cloud upload to a new Proton mail, anonymous. Encrypted. Next, tail her. I grabbed the keys to my old Tacoma, nondescript shadow in suburbia. Her Audi wove through traffic toward White Rock Lake, the ritzy side where Jake's McMansion squatted like a toad. I parked a block off, binoculars from a garage sale last spring. There, her car, pulling into his drive. Front door opens, him, 6'2",
Chiseled jaw.
clapping her like a long-lost prom date. They vanished inside. I waited, stewing. 90 minutes later, she emerged, lipstick refreshed, blouse tucked hasty. But I wasn't done. Phase 2, the confrontation. Not yet. First, leverage. I drove to a dive bar in Deep Ellum, the kind with peanut shells and no questions. Scotch. Neat, I told the barkeep, but swapped it for Coke when he turned. Optics.
Then.
A burner phone from the corner store. A call to the PI's number from the file, voicemail. This is Eden Hale, Lila's husband. I know about Emily. Meet me. Tomorrow, noon. Katy Trail. Come alone.
Click.
The hook was set. Night fell like a guillotine. Lila home by 8. Takeout Thai. Mia chattering about finger paints. Family dinner, faux normalcy. Her foot nudging mine under the table. Missed you today, she purred, eyes on her wine. I smiled, fork spearing pad thai. Missed you more, Mia yawned. Bedtime stories called. I tucked her in. Daddy loves you forever, throat tight. Downstairs, Lila poured nightcaps. Rough day, she asked, handing mine, amber liquid swirling innocent. Not as rough as some. I sipped, watered down shit, but I pretended, sloshing it dramatic. Her relief was a tell, shoulders easing. We fucked after, mechanical as a merger, her moans scripted. I lay awake after, her breath even, plotting the cuts. Morning broke humid, Texas summer clawing at the windows. Mia to school, kiss on the crown. Lila to her meeting, Jake's office, depositions and dalliances. I hit the trail by 11. Jogging shoes pounding gravel. The PI showed mid-40s, paunchy, Ex-cop vibe in a polo that strained at the gut. Hail, you the hubby. Guilty. We sat on a bench. Joggers blurring past. Emily Voss. What did Lila pay you to forget? His laugh barked dry. Not forget.
Barry.
Voss family wants blood. Statutes run. But civil suit? They'd strip her bare. I was the messenger. She paid to ghost me. How much? 10 large up front. Then threats when I dug deeper, linked her to Harlan. The DA. Cozy.
Huh?
Figured you'd want in. For the kid.
Mia.
The leverage. Send me everything. Unredacted. And the Voss's contact. He nodded, thumbing his phone. Files pinged. Photos of the crash site. 04. Mangled Civic. Skid marks screaming speed. Lila's sorority pic. Arm around Emily. Both beaming. Autopsy. Blunt trauma. Alcohol 0.15. Lila's statement. I was asleep. Woke to sirens. Bullshit. The PI's notes. Witness saw 2 girls arguing pre-drive. I pocketed my phone. Stood. Thanks.
Man.
Oh, you. Get her, he grunted. For Emily. Back home. The files burned holes. I cross-referenced Lila's Venmo to consulting, dummy accounts tracing to the PI. Jake's calendar hacks via a dark web script I'd learned in Stir, ironic. Pre-crime knowledge. Meeting tomorrow, LH. Sensitive. Her.
Decision time.
Controversial as hell. Go public? Leak to the press. Torch the marriage. Scar Mia? Or surgical blackmail. Force confession. Hand to cops clean? The rage whispered dirty. Frame her back. Dose her wine. Let karma crash the car.
But no.
I wasn't her. Not yet. Evening brought storm clouds. Thunder rumbling like applause. Lila home late. Traffic. Dinner tense, her probing. You seem distant. I played it cool. Just work. Bedtime. She reached for me. I rolled away. Tired. Her huff first crack. Midnight. I crept to her phone. Charging silent. Passcode. Mia's birthday. Text to Jay, he suspects. Need out. His reply. Trial prep covers. Weekend away? Photos, nudes. Her on silk sheets. Time-stamped last Tuesday. I forwarded to my burner. Deleted traces. Then, the email draft to Mia's school counselor. CC Voss family lawyer. Subject. My wife killed your daughter and framed me for it. Fingers hovered.
Send.
The twist hit like lightning, a folder buried deep. Family, not just Jake. Screenshots, ultrasound pics. Dated 6 months ago. Our little secret. Jake's caption. She was pregnant. Again. With his kid. The abortion lie from college? A smokescreen. She'd carried Jake's first. Given it up quiet. Adopted out to keep her pro-life, non-profit cred. But this one? Keeping it. Planning to bolt post-frame. Leave me the villain dad. Rage-crusted. Not just betrayal. Usurpation. Mia's sibling. Twisted into her escape hatch. I slammed the laptop. Breath ragged. No more games.
Dawn.
July 16th. I waited till she showered. Steam fogging the betrayal. Confrontation now. She emerged towel-wrapped, humming off-key. Eden? You up early. I blocked the bedroom door. Phone in hand, files open, ultrasound glaring. Who's the father? Lila? Mine, or the guy who's been balls deep since law school? Her face drained, ghost white. Towel slipping inch. What the fuck? Eden? Paranoia again. Save it. I know about Emily. The payoffs. The crash you walked from. I thrust the phone. And this? Planning family 2.0 while you poison mine. She lunged for it, claws out, nails raking air. Give me that. You don't understand. I understand plenty. Voice steel. I sidestepped. You dosed me. Framed me. Killed a man to bury your shit. For what? Jake's cock and a clean slate. Tears, crocodile. But real panic underneath. It was an accident. Eden. Emily, she found out about the baby. The first one. Threatened to tell. I panicked. We fought. She grabbed the wheel. Lies. The PI's witness. No fight. Just Lila behind the wheel. Swerving wild. You're a monster. And now, you're carrying his spawn. What? Ditch Mia too? Daddy's a drunk. Run to mommy's new life? She crumpled to the carpet, sobs heaving.
Please. The baby.
We can fix this.
Therapy.
I'll end it with him. Twist of the knife. End it? Like Emily's life? Too late. I dialed 911, hands-free. Speaker blaring. Yes. Emergency. My wife's confessing to a hit-and-run murder from 2004. Emily Voss. UT Austin. And she just tried to grab my phone to destroy evidence. No. She scrambled up, eyes wild. Lunging again. I backed into the hall. Door slamming lock. Sirens wailed distant. Neighbors stirring. Eden. You bastard. Think of Mia. I am. The cops burst in 10 minutes later, uniforms flooding. Cuffs clicking on her wrists as she spat venom. He's crazy. Drunk again, test him. They did. Sober as a judge. Jake arrived, flanked by squad cars. Face ashen when they Mirandized him too. Obstruction. Extortion, the lead growled, hauling files from my laptop. The high, her glare as they shoved her into the cruiser. Belly just starting to show. You'll rot for this. Already did.
Mia.
Scooped by a social worker. Wide-eyed but safe. Voss family called. Tears on the line. Justice. Finally. But the controversy brewed fast. TikToks exploded. Frame dad. Wife from hell. Pundits on Fox and CNN duked it out. Vigilante justice or desperate survival? Jake's donors fled. Lila's gala imploded.
Me?
Suspect in the frame-up. Whispers of how'd he know? But the PI vouched. Files airtight. Months blurred. Depositions. Headlines. Mia thrived in my custody. Therapy knitting us tight. Lila pled out. Vehicular manslaughter. Fraud. Conspiracy. 20 years. No parole. Jake disbarred. Facing his own cell for cover-up. Twist's end? That baby, Jake's, born in county lockup. Adopted quiet to the Vosses. Emily's niece or nephew. A karmic loop. I watched from afar. A new life in Austin. Numbers firm steady. Mia's laughter the only high I chased. Rebirth wasn't clean. It scarred. But damn if it didn't taste like victory bitter. Bold. All American. The fallout hit like a Category 5 bitch. Twisting my do-over into a media circus that made OJ's White Bronco look like a lemonade stand. By week 2, our Plano palace was a ghost town. Reporters camped on the lawn like vultures in khakis. Boom mics thrusting like accusations. Mr. Hale, did your wife poison you? Is the pregnancy a hoax? Flashbulbs popped, turning my Tacoma's windshield into a disco inferno. I shielded Mia's eyes, her tiny hand clammy in mine as we dodged to the garage.
Daddy.
Why do the TV people want our house? Because Mommy made bad choices. Bug. But we're the good guys now. Lies. Half-truths, kid version. Inside. Locks bolted. I cranked Frozen for the umpteenth time. Elsa's Let It Go, a shield against the siege. My phone buzzed nonstop. Trent from work. Bro. Need backup. Cousin Rita. Crash on our couch in Houston? Even the PI. Voice gravel. Voss's sending flowers. Emily would have liked you. Liked me? I wasn't a hero. I was a survivor with a vendetta, replaying that bedroom showdown like a masochist's highlight reel. Lila's snarl, "You'll rot," echoed in nightmares, morphing into the crash's crunch. Rebirth's gift?
Clarity.
But the cost? Mia's confusion. Her crayon drawings now of Mommy in timeout. I hugged her tighter, inhaling strawberry shampoo. This time, I'd armor her right. Legal came calling Monday, state's attorney. A shark named Vasquez in pinstripes, cornering me at the firm's lobby. Hale, we need your testimony airtight. Harlan's lawyering up, claiming entrapment. Entrapment? The ball's on that prick. I leaned in, coffee breath weaponized. Tell him to plead. I've got texts, payments, the works. Unless he wants the bedroom tapes public. Vasquez's eyebrow arched. Tapes. Figure of speech. But not entirely. That night. Postcuffs. I'd swiped her phone, back up to the cloud. Voicemails included. One gem. Her to him. Pre-crash. Baby's ours. Eden's out after the accident.
Chilling.
I handed over copies, redacted for Mia's ears. Vasquez grinned wolfish. This buries them. Work was a minefield. Boss called me in, glass office overlooking the Trinity River. His desk a fortress of mahogany. Eden. Loyal soldier and all. But optics. He trailed. Rubbing jowls. Client jitters. Tech bros don't love scandal. Fuck I almost spat. But no, Steady Eddie. Provider 2.0. Give me remote till it blows over. I'll crunch from home. He nodded. Reluctant. 2 months. Then reassess. Outmaneuvered. I texted Trent. Cover my ass? Beers on me post-storm. His thumbs up, always.
Man.
Home base shifted to Rita's in Houston. 2 weeks of anonymity. Gulf breeze cutting the tension. Mia adapted quick. Splashing in kiddie pools. Calling Rita Auntie Roo.
Nights.
I dug deeper. Not paranoia, preparation. Hired a PI of my own. Ex-FBI. To sweep for bugs. Trace any Harlan holdouts.
Clean.
But the mail brought ghosts. Lila's arraignment notice. Belly swelling in the mugshot. Jake's plea deal offer. Rejected. The fool. Controversy peaked mid-August. A podcaster. Some true crime hack with 1 million subs. Dropped an EP. The Plano Poisoner. Hero or homewrecker? Guests debated. Feminist angle. Patriarchal revenge porn. Versus red pill rants. Beta wakes up. Owns the cheater. Comments flooded. Eden's a king. He's abusive. Gaslighting her trauma. I scrolled incognito. Gut churning. Mia caught me once. Daddy's sad. I pulled her onto my lap.
Nah. Kiddo.
Just grown-up puzzles. Twist 2 slithered and then a letter. No return.
Postmarked Austin. Aaron.
Loopy script. Eden. You think you know betrayal? Emily wasn't the first. Ask your mother about 98. And signed. Mom, dead 5 years, cancer. Quick and cruel. But 98? I was 12. Braces and Little League. Mom worked doubles at the diner. Dad long gone to find himself in Vegas. Nothing fit. I drove north that weekend, Mia with Rita, Tacoma eating interstate miles. Mom's grave in Waco, simple stone. Wildflowers wilted. Groundskeeper shrugged at my questions.
Then.
The library, microfiche dust. Obituaries yellowed. July 98. Local woman found deceased in car wreck, suspected DUI. Not mom. Her roommate from nursing school. Carla Ruiz. Skid marks. Rollover. Blood alcohol 0.12. Ruled accident. But the article noted, friend Margaret Hale unavailable for comment. Margaret.
Mom.
My pulse thrummed. Deeper. Police blotter scans. Witness. Saw 2 women arguing at the bar. One drove off mad. Mom's statement. Buried. Carla was upset over a boy. I begged her not to drive.
A boy.
Jake Harlan? Law school was later. But undergrad overlap. UT Austin. Poli-sci circles. I cross-checked yearbooks online. There. Sophomore pic. Him arm in arm with Carla at a mixer. Caption. Future power couple? Then. Nothing. Her obit mentioned estranged family. Mom's journals. I'd boxed them post-funeral. Stored in the attic. Houston detour. Rita's garage. Dusty volumes. Mom's cursive tight. Carla knew too much. The abortion. The cover. If it leaks. Dated 97. Abortion? Mom. Prim Methodist. Preaching chastity. Pieces clacked. Jake. The campus Casanova. Knocked up Carla. She confided in Mom. Roommate packed. Panic. Careers at stake. Argument escalated. Carla behind wheel. Or pushed. Mom's silence bought with guilt. Then. Emily, Lila's turn. History repeating like a curse. I confronted Rita over lukewarm tea. Mom and Jake?
Spill.
Her eyes widened. Teacup rattling.
Eden.
Honey. It was whispers. Carla got pregnant. Jake bailed. Your mom tried intervening, fought with her at that dive off Guadalupe. Cops thought DUI. But folks said tampered brakes. Tampered? Mom never. No proof. But she carried it.
The shame.
Why do you think she drank herself sick after Dad left? Guilt. The loop tightened. My rebirth? Not random. Mom's sin echoing in Lila's. Jake the venom vein. Rage anew, not just payback, but severance. I drove back raging, storming the DA's office unannounced. Vasquez's receptionist balked. I bulldozed. Harlan's deeper. 98. Carla Ruiz. Connect the dots. Vasquez. Files splayed. Whistled low. Jesus.
Hale.
Serial enabler? Will exhume records. But the real storm brewed, personal. September. Custody hearing. Lila, out on bond. belly full term. Playing martyr in court. Her lawyer. Silk smooth, Mr. Hale's vendetta endangers the child. Unstable. Vengeful. Mia on the stand. Via video, I want daddy. Mommy yells. Judge's gavel. Temporary soul to me. Lila's scream from the gallery. He's lying. Like always. Post-hearing. Shadows in the parking lot. Jake's Escalade idling. He stepped out. Suit rumpled. Eyes hollow.
Eden.
A word. Make it quick. Snake. He lit a smoke. Hands shaking. Lila's. Unraveling. The baby's coming soon.
You win.
But Mia, don't poison her against us.
Us.
The gall. Against you? She's 5. Already knows monsters wear dad jeans. I stepped close. Voice venom. Carla. Emily. Who's next? Harlan? Your kid. His face cracked, ash dropping forgotten. Carla was. Regret. I was young. Your mom. She covered. Shut your pious mouth. You're done. He exhaled smoke like surrender. Please in. 20 for me too. But the secret? Lila's not the architect. It was me. The dosings. The setups. She was the pawn.
Pawn?
Bullshit. But the twist nod. Complicity. I'd framed her as queen bitch. But he pulled strings? No mutual. Still. Doubt slithered. That night. Mia feverish croup. Pediatrician run. Holding her. Cool cloth on brow. I whispered promises. No more secrets. Bug. Daddy's got you. But secrets clung like humidity. October brought birth. Lila's water break in lockup. Ambulance wail to Parkland.
Boy.
7 pounds. Named after no one. Adopted swift to Voss's, Emily's brother. A poetic gut punch. I visited once. Anonymous through glass. Pink swaddle. Tiny fists. Lila's note smuggled. Tell him his mom's fighting for him. Don't let Eden win.
Win?
This wasn't chess. It was scorched earth. Controversy crested Thanksgiving. Op-ed in the DM. Hale's revenge. Justice or just desserts. Protests outside the courthouse. Signs, free Lila, false accusations. And Voss justice now. I ignored. Turkey basting in Rita's oven. Mia's handprint turkey on the fridge. But the call came pie night. Vasquez. Harlan flipped. Full confession. Your mom's involved. Witness tampering 98. But statute's dead. Lila takes the fall solo.
Mom.
Tarnished saint. I hung up. Staring at family pics, Mia gap-toothed. Lila beaming false. Forgiveness?
Nah.
Understanding? Maybe. Winter thawed the frenzy. Please finalized, Lila. 15 with good behavior. Jake. 10 disbarred.
Broke.
I sold the McMansion. Pocketed equity for Mia's college fund. New digs in Austin, condo near Zilker. Parks and promise. Work remote turned hybrid. Trent visited. You're a legend.
Man.
Beers. Spring 23. Mia 6. Starting kindergarten. Drop off. Her backpack bouncing. Wave goodbye. Clean slate? Almost. The letter's ghost lingered. 98. I visited Mom's grave again. Weeds taller. You covered for a monster.
Ma.
But you raised one who fights back. Wind whispered absolution. Twist final. A package. Spring equinox. From Lila, lock up stationery. Eden. The boy's eyes yours. Jake lied. The affair was smoke. It was always you I hated. For being weak. But Mia's yours. Raise her right. Burn this. Eyes mine? Bullshit test, paternity buried in files. But the hate? Mirror. I'd been weak once. No more. I burned it. Ashes to wind. Rebirth complete. Eden Hale. Version 2.0, scarred. Sharp. Unbreakable. The secret exposed. The betrayers chained. And in the quiet, Mia's laugh, the only legacy worth a damn. Summer 23 hit Austin like a fever dream, scorching days bleeding into nights alive with cicada hum and Barton Springs chill. My life, post-Plano purge, settled into grooves worn smooth by routine. Dawn runs along Lady Bird Lake. Trail dust kicking up regrets, Mia's school runs. Her chatter a balm on old wounds, evenings with spreadsheets. Numbers neat where emotions frayed. The media circus had migrated to true crime Netflix specials, echoes of betrayal, the Hale Files, but I tuned out. DVR set to Pixar marathons. Controversy? It simmered online. Reddit threads dissecting my morality play, but real life demanded focus. Mia's first loose tooth. Soccer signups. The mundane miracles of single dad grind. Yet shadows lingered. Lila's letter nod. Eyes yours. I demanded the adoption records. Vasquez pulling strings for sealed access. Lab results pinged a month later, 99.9% match. Mine. Not Jake's smoke and mirrors spawn. She'd lied to the end, twisting the knife one last turn.
Why?
To wound post-mortem. Paint me the fool who birthed her escape. I crumpled the report, hurled it into the Colorado's muddy swirl. Bitch, I muttered to the current. But victory soured another child, collateral in her war. Now Voss raised. A stranger's sibling Mia might never know. Work amped, promotion to senior analyst. Bonus fat enough for a backyard swing set. Trent flew down. Weekend of Shinerbach and Spurs games on TV. Dude, you're glowing. Rebirth suits you. I laughed. Clinking bottles.
Nah.
Just sunlight. Plano was a cave. We didn't talk Lila, unspoken pact. But his sideways glance said it. Healed, close enough. Controversial ripples hit fall, Lila's appeal. Pro bono from some Me Too lawyer claiming coerced confession. Court TV swarmed. Pundits piling on. Is Hale the real villain? Domestic abuse masked as justice. I testified remote. Screen glow cold. She framed me for murder to bury her own. Check the tox reports, benzodiazepines in my flask. Not booze. Judge shut it down swift, appeal denied. But the hate mail surged. Envelopes postmarked Huntsville. Scrawled killer of dreams. I forwarded to cops. Installed ring cams. Paranoia? Survival. Mia's therapy helped, Plato's sessions unpacking, Mommy's mad place. Her breakthrough. I draw us happy now. Crayon Eden. Tall and smiling. Mia with pigtails. No Lila shadow. I framed it. Hung by the fridge. But nights alone. The what-ifs clawed. What if I'd let it slide? Divorced quiet. Raised Mia in ignorance? No, cancer festers. Exposure was mercy. Surgical strike. Twist 3 dropped Halloween, trick-or-treaters swarming, Mia as Elsa cape fluttering. A knock post candy crash, not ghosts, but Voss's. Elaine, Emily's mom, silver hair, eyes like chipped flint, on my stoop, husband hovering awkward. Mr.
Hail.
May we? I ushered in. Pulse jackhammer.
Coffee poured black.
The boy, our grandson,
Technically.
adopted him sight unseen.
But.
Eyes like Mia's. Like yours. She slid photos, chubby cheeks. My jawline faint. We named him Ethan. For Emily's middle. Ethan. Echo. He's. Good. Elaine nodded. Tears tracking. Thriving. But we owe you. For digging it up. Justice. Her husband grunted assent, handing a thumb drive. PI's full dossier. Loose ends, Jake's college payoffs. More cover-ups. Feds might bite. I pocketed it. Throat tight. Not for glory. For her. Emily. Carla. The ghosts eyed avenged unwitting. They left with Mia's hugs, by Grandma Voss, a bridge tentative. Later, drive scanned, emails from 98, Jake to Mom, Margaret, the money's wired. Keep quiet. Bribes. Not just silence. Federal wire fraud potential. I forwarded anonymous to the DOJ tip line, Karma's forwarding address. Winter brought closure of sorts. Christmas 23. Rita's spread. Turkey dry. Love thick. Mia unwrapped a locket, Mom's. Rita's gift. Inside. Faded pic. Young Margaret. Laughing with a dark-haired girl.
Carla.
She was fun. Your grandma's pal, Rita whispered. Mia beamed, clueless. I raised a toast silent, to secret scorched. Spring 24. Jake sentencing, 10 years federal. White-collar wing. I watched live stream. His orange jumpsuit clownish. No eye contact through pixels. But his statement cracked. I enabled monsters. Including myself. Rehab ordered. The judge's nod to redemption. Bullshit. But Mia asked once. Mommy's friend bad too? I hedged. Everyone messes up. Bug. Learns or not. Lila's turn summer. 15 handed down. Medium security in Gatesville. I drove up once. Visitation glass thick as grudges. She looked hollowed, hair limp. No makeup mask. Eden. Voice flat. You came. For Mia. She drew you this. Pumpkin scribble passed through slot. Lila's fingers trembled, tracing orange curves.
Tell her.
Sorry. You could. Parole board. Good behavior. Her laugh brittle. After what I did, rotting's fair.
Pause.
Eyes meeting. First real since rebirth. The baby Ethan? He's got your fire. Don't hate him for me. I don't.
Truth.
Hate was hers.
Spent. Heal.
Lila. Or don't. Your call. Back in the Tacoma. Highway humming. Catharsis washed. Not forgiveness, release. The frame. The crash. The noose. Echoes fading. By fall 24. Life bloomed unchecked. Mia's soccer goals. My dating app swipes. Awkward coffees. No sparks yet. Trent visited. Austin suits you. Casanova. Work summit in Vegas. Irony noted. Dad's ghost town. I skipped slots. Hiked Red Rock instead. Vistas vast as second chances. Controversy died quiet. Podcast eps archived. Hashtags dust. A book deal offer pinged. My wife's deadly secret. I declined. Words cheap. Living the win? Priceless. Final twist. New Year's 25. A call from Elaine. Ethan's first steps. Thought you'd want this. Video link. Toddler wobbling to her arms. Grin wide. My eyes staring back. Mia watched over my shoulder. Baby brother? I nodded. Throat lumping. Kinda. We visited Spring Zilker picnic. Voss's cautious. Kids instant allies. Mia pushed Ethan's swing. He babbled delight. Elaine pulled me aside. Family's choice.
Eden.
No pressure. No rush. But the seed planted blended. Not broken. Rebirths are closed not with thunder. But hush. Mia's bedtime whisper.
Daddy.
You're my hero. I kissed her forehead.
Nah.
Bug. We're each other's. In the mirror that night. Lines softer. Gaze steady, I saw him. Eden Hale. Unpoisoned. The secret exposed. Betrayals burned. Life. Raw and real. Stretched ahead, American as comeback kings and hard-won dawns. No more ghosts. Just us. Unbreakable. And somewhere, in the ether, Mom smiled. Good fight, son.